Good morning, boys and girls. How are you today? Happy Friday to you. I hope so far you've had an awesome week and that you get to have fun today on this Friday morning and Friday. And I have a couple of special guests today for our Fun Friday. And first of all, I want to introduce to you my daughter, Rachel. So say hi.
Hi.
All right, and I'm going to let Rachel introduce her guest to everyone today.
This is my hamster Cookie, and she's right here.
All right, so she's a Syrian hamster. So we could actually call today Furry Friend Friday, right?
That's a good idea.
Furry Friend Friday. How fun is that? Okay, so Rachel, I also have a joke for you.
Okay.
And so we'll call it Funny Friday also. Okay, you ready?
Okay.
So why do hamsters stay inside during bad weather?
Why?
Because it's raining cats and dogs. Okay. All right. So that's funny. So
in case you don't get that one, cats and dogs are like major enemies to hamsters.
Okay. Anyway, so Funny Friday to y'all today. Okay. So Rachel, I have a couple of quick questions for you about Cookie. So first of all, tell us how you got Cookie. When did you get Cookie, and how did you get Cookie?
I got Cookie around 3 or 4 months ago. This family didn't want to take care of Cookie anymore. And they were looking for a new owner, and I had really wanted a hamster. So
yeah,
just got her.
And so that was back on December 6th, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of when we celebrate Cookie's birthday, although we know she wasn't born that day, but that's when we got her. So, okay. So how do you care for Cookie on a daily basis and maybe even on a weekly basis?
Well, every day I check Cookie's little water bottle here. She hasn't been drinking much, so I don't have to refill it as much. And then I also check her food dish. Right now she has a bunch of food in there.
Okay. And so then what do you do once a week for Cookie's care?
Well, once a week I usually clean out her cage. I usually do it on Sunday, and
Okay.
I like dump the bedding out, kind of spray it with a spray, and then put new bedding in. And then like replace the food, replace the water, clean the wheel, stuff like that.
Awesome. And so Cookie loves getting her cage cleaned, doesn't she?
Yes, she does.
Because it's fresh bedding and all that. Well, I do have to brag on Rachel because she takes such good care of Cookie. She loves having Cookie as her pet. Cookie's burrowing in the corner there, and I think Cookie's a little happy hamster, don't you think? Hashtag happy hamster. So, okay, so third question. So what are some of Cookie's habits? Like day to day?
Well, during the day, she mostly sleeps.
Okay.
And then sometimes I get her in this little exercise ball.
Okay.
I put her in there, close the lid.
Yeah.
And then just let her roll around the house sometimes.
Okay. So what does she do in the middle of the night sometimes?
Well, she climbs her water bottle.
Climbs her water bottle?
Yes.
What does that mean?
Like, because this is not a wire cage like normal, she can't climb the glass. So she just kind of gets up on there and then just climbs it.
And it's pretty funny, isn't it?
Yes.
So, and she also does what? She does something pretty much every night.
She runs on this little exercise wheel. Because she can't get out of her cage at night, she has a little exercise wheel that she can run on.
Right, and so she gets her exercise, it gives her movement, and she can be pretty noisy at night, can't she?
Yes.
Like, we don't even have her in your room because she'll keep you up at night. So she's definitely an active hamster, isn't she?
Yes.
Wow. Okay, well, this is awesome to talk about Cookie and being a hamster because, you know, she has hamster characteristics, right? Because she's a hamster. God made her to be a hamster. So that's the only way she knows how to be, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so
she couldn't eat with a fork like a human could.
Right, exactly. Okay, so you'll notice we're wearing our matching ID shirts. This is a fingerprint, and it says ID, and this was from camp last summer, where the theme of the camp was identity and was on our identity in Jesus. And so what it means for us as people, as God's people, in being identified with Jesus and with God the Father. And so I have a verse that we are familiar with because it was also the verse that we talked about. But it talks about who we are and our identity in Christ. And so I want to share it with all of us today. And it's on this paper. And you can turn later if you want, but it's 1 Peter 2:9. And Rachel, would you read that for all of us?
1 Peter 2:9 says, "But you are a chosen people, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, God's special possession, that you may declare the praises of him who called you out of darkness into his wonderful light."
All right, so there are 4 key words in this verse that have been underlined so that we can concentrate on who we are, who you and I are as God's people. And so the first one is chosen. You and I are chosen by God. Doesn't that make you feel good to know that God chose you?
Mm-hmm.
God chose me. We are chosen. We are wanted.
Mm-hmm.
It's like going into a store and choosing something that you like, right? Over other things. You are chosen. Not only are we chosen, but we are royal. Did you know that you are part of the royal family of God and God's royal kingdom when you become a part of his family? So you are royal. I am royal. The third is you are holy. What does holy mean? Rachel, can you think of what holy means?
Like very, very special.
Special, set apart. You know, we talk about that God is holy, right? And when we use that word, we mean that there's no one or nothing like him. He is set apart. He is different. And he wants us to be that way too, that we are set apart for a special purpose. We are holy. We don't always act holy though, do we?
Nope.
And why is that?
Because we're human.
We're human, which also means that we're sinful, right? And sin can get in our hearts and cause us to choose to do wrong. We sin, but God says, this is who you are. This is who I have created you to be, right? And so that's something that we work toward being in Jesus. The fourth one is you and I are God's special possession. So you are special. You are just like, you know, we might have a special toy, or we might have a special book that we love, or just whatever it might be in your life, that we are special. He considers us one of his prized possessions ever, right? So he created us for that. But here's the thing, is we weren't just told we're special, we're royal, we're holy, we're God's special possession, just to be that, and then that's it. The verse, if we go back to it, in 1 Peter 2:9, it says, some of it's on this page, and it says, you are this and this and this and this. And then it says, well, it goes, so that you may proclaim praises of the one who called you out of darkness into his wonderful light. And so it's not just that we are these things just so that God can feel good, just so that we can feel good, but there's a purpose and a reason why he has said we are these things. Our identity is in Christ, so that we can then declare God's praises to those who are with us, so that we can worship him and just tell him how wonderful he is and how we love him. But it's so that we can declare God's praises. Isn't that beautiful?
That is so beautiful.
Yeah. And so there's a purpose for why we are created this way. So it's not just for us to take and to even just keep for ourselves, but there's a bigger purpose for why we are to identify with Christ in those 4 ways. So Rachel, thank you for letting us see Cookie today on this fun, furry Friday. And I hope that you will enjoy your own animals if you have some, boys and girls, today. And just remember who you are in Christ, who God has created you to be. You were not created to be a hamster, were you? You were created to be you, a person who can love and feel and worship God. And so just as Cookie would do what Cookie does, and spin on her wheel and climb up on the water bottle and all those fun things, she is being herself, right? She is being who she was created to be. So my prayer and my encouragement to you today, boys and girls, is that you will be who God created you to be. We love you guys. We miss y'all. Hope you have a wonderful weekend, and we can't wait to see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.